Hello everyone, welcome in today's lesson. In today's lesson, we will learn that how to install the Kubernetes cluster in a AWS environment. So for installing this Kubernetes cluster, we require the three servers, and for these servers we require the minimum of 2 GB of RAM per machine and 2 CPUs or more. Okay, so this is the basic requirement to installing the Kubernetes cluster. Okay, and you can refer this website to install this Kubernetes. Okay, and installing the cluster, you can also refer this website. All right, so let's begin. So first of all, I'm going to the AWS. Okay, and I'm creating 3 EC2. Okay, which have the 2 GB of RAM and 2 CPUs. So just click on this instance, or you can go through this launch instance button. So I'm click on this launch instances, and I will use here Ubuntu 20.04 version. Okay, that is the Focal Fossa LTS. So let's select the Ubuntu operating system. Let's check if it is available here. Okay, so for me it's not available here, but yes, this one is the 20.04 LTS. This is the HVM with SQL Server 2022 standard. Okay, so this is not the free tier eligible. All right, you can use this. So here I am using this free tier eligible operating system 22.04 instead of 20.04, as this is the free tier. So selecting on this operating system, you can also use the 24.04. Changing your AMI will result in some of your current settings being overridden. Your security group rules will be overridden. One custom volumes will be deleted. Okay, so as I previously used the 24.04, that's why I'm getting this message. So there's no issue. Click on the confirm changes. It will remove my previous data disk. Next, I require the 2 GB of memory and the 2 CPU minimum. So here I'm using the T2 medium. So T2 medium I'm using this. And the key pair login. So I'm using the A3 key pair, which was previously created in my AWS environment. You can also create the new key pair to log in to this server, and you can download and convert it to the PPK. Here I'm using the A3 key pair, which was previously there in my system, and I'm not creating the new security group. There is previously created the one security group is available in my system. And in this security group, I have allowed all the ports and all the IPs, so it will not create any issue while testing. Okay. Later you can create your rules to block the non-required ports. Okay, which ports is not required for you. You can block those ports also. And here I am using the 20 gigs of my data disk, which will be helpful. Now I'm going for the launch. So click on the launch instances. You can see that it is showing me the successfully initiated launch of instance. Now click on the view all instances. It will show me the 3 instances here. Oops, sorry, I forgot to create 2 more. Let me go to the launch instances again. So here you can use this number of instances instead of 1. How much the instances you required, you can use this number. I just forgot to do so. So in one click you can create the 3 instances. So I'm going through the changes again. Here I'm using the T2 medium, which has the 2 virtual CPU and the 4 gigs of memory, and using the same key pair, the same security group, and the 20 gigs of space. Okay, and yeah, it's all good now, I guess. Yeah, it is all good. Now I'm launching the instances. So here you will get the 2 instances if you select the number of instances is a 2. Okay, so now click on the view all instances, and you will get the 3 instances is running here. Okay, so I'm changing name. So here in Kubernetes, there must be one control plane server. Okay, you all know, I guess, that from the you can say it is a master node. So from master node or the control plane node, or whatever you can say, it's actually control your worker nodes. Okay, from worker nodes we can use this worker nodes to launch our pods or the pods, and under the pods we inside the container we can launch those pods. So in this pods actually launched in your worker nodes. Okay, using your worker nodes. So minimum you can use one worker node and one control plane to create your cluster. Here I have used the 2 worker node and 1 control plane. Okay, so I'm renaming this host, so it will helpful for me to figure it out. So control plane, okay, and renaming this host name as a worker node 1, and here I'm renaming this one as a worker node 2. Okay, so refreshing the page, and you can see here that it's already running, and these 2 servers are still initializing. So I'm launching this worker node 2, okay, to connect this server. Okay, so copy this this command to connect with the server. So I have the key pair in my system in this directory. You can see here that e3.ppk is already there. I'm opening the git bash terminal to connect with this server and just paste it here. Please press enter and click on and type yes, press enter, and you will be able to log into the server, right? So this one is my worker node, right? So I am changing the system host name. Okay, so system host name, I will 1 minute host name. Yeah, so currently host name is the private IP of this server. Now I'm changing this server name using the vi command. Okay, /etc and host name. Okay, so I missed something. Not the cat. Vi and the etc host name. Yeah, here I'm changing its name, that is worker node 2, right? And save it. Now if you cat this file, you can able to get the worker node 2, right? So next I'm login to the next server. Okay, so in next server I will similarly I will change the host name. All right, let's change the host name and instance connect. Copy this one. Just open the new terminal here. Paste it. Press enter. Type yes. And yeah, it is connected. Now, similar way, I will change the host name. So sudo vi/etc and the host name. Okay, deleting this, and this one is my worker node 1. Just save it. Okay. In similar way, I will change the host name of my control plane as well. Okay, so I came to this instance page and selecting the control plane and click on this connect, copying this command and came to my directory where I have kept the key file, opening the git bash terminal here and pasting this command. Click type yes. Okay, and similar way I will change the host name, so it will help me to figure out the system, and as well it will help me to connect the system, okay, with the name as well. Okay, I will change it from the host file also. Okay, now you can see here the host name is already changed. All right, and so showing me the control plane, but it's not yet reflecting here. It should be reflect here. So now you have to disconnect and reconnect with your system. Right, let me reconnect it. So just copy this command, open a new terminal, paste it. Okay, it's not yet reflecting, so I should restart my server, I guess. Yeah. Sudo init 6. I'm restarting my all servers. Let me restart one by one. Okay, I have rebooted all my 3 servers along with the control plane and the worker node. Now let's try to connect it one by one. It might take some time to reboot. Okay, you can check the status from the AWS portal as well. So it's shows that it is running. So it must connect with the server. Let's try again. Yeah, it's now connected, and here you can see that the host name is changed, right? So you can differentiate your 3 server, okay, by the name. Okay, so worker node 1, worker node 2, and the control plane. Okay, now our next task should be the I should connect with my control plane with my worker node. That should be my next task, that your control plane can connect with the worker node by its name instead of the IP address. So I should inform my server that this is my IP address against the worker node 1 or worker node 2. So in that case, you should mention this IP address and the host name in a file that is under the etc. That is, the file name is the host. Okay, so just come to the host file of your control plane and open it from here. All right, now insert the IP address and the host name. So we can use the private IP, right? Instead of public IP, we can use the private IP, because all the server, you can see that it's connected in a same cluster of IP, right? Okay, this is the same class of the IP. So we don't require any public IP to connect with each other. 172.16.32, this one also same, 172.16.32 class. Okay, and this one also same, right? So we need to copy the private IP here and paste it one by one. So this is my control plane private IP, and what is my control plane host name? This one is the name, that is the control hyphen plane. I have already selected this. This as the host name, right? So now select the worker node 1 and copy it, paste it here. What we have selected, the name, that is the worker node 2 and the worker node 1. Just copy this one, okay, and paste it here, right? Similar way, select the worker node 2 and copy the private IP, paste it, and paste the host name from here. This one is the worker node 2, right? This one is the worker node 2. Insert it. Right, now save this file. Okay, so now log out of all 3 servers and log back to see the changes. Okay, we have already logged out and check the changes. Now what will be the change? Now if you want to ping the worker node 2 by its name, you can get the ping response, right? And also the worker node 1, okay, you will get the ping response from the server. So you can use the name to ping those server. Okay, so it will helpful for us to define the server with its name instead of the IP address. Okay, now our first step is to modify some kernel modules, okay, and modify some settings as a part of this process. Okay, we need to do in all the servers. Okay, so I have already created the steps here, okay, for your usage, okay, for your help. Okay, so it will be helpful for you. Just follow the steps one by one. and we will able to configure the Kubernetes cluster. Okay, so now we have completed this already, right? And I have already mentioned the reference URL. Okay, so you can also use this and go through this this website to install this Kubernetes, installing the kubeadm and creating a cluster with the kubeadm, right? So now we already completed till here, right? Till here we have already completed. Now on all nodes we have to set up the container D, right? So now here I will configure this system. I will need to load some kernel modules and modify some system settings as part of this process on all nodes. Okay, so just copy this and paste here. Press enter. Okay, it will show you the overlay and the beer_net filter. Okay, do it in all servers. Right, paste it here, enter, go to the last one, worker node 1, paste it, press enter. Okay, now next step, mod probe overlay. Do it one by one. Worker node 1, enter. Worker node 2, press enter. Next, mod probe beer_net filter. Enter. Here press enter. And worker node, press enter. Okay, so we have performed this. Okay, and now we need to change, we need to run this one. What it will do, it will actually create this Kubernetes CRI.conf and enter this 3 lines into this file. Okay, so net bridge will call the IP tables. It is equal to 1, that is means it is enabled. This one is also enabled, and net bridge nf call IP6 tables, this is also enabled. So we actually enabled these 3 settings. Okay, so now go to the server one by one, press enter. Okay, you can see here that it is created. Next node, press enter, it is also created. Go to the another node, press enter. Okay, paste and enter. Okay, now already it's done. Now sysctl --system. Okay, in every node, insert it, enter. Okay, it will give you the all information about the system, if it is already changed or not. Okay, so now enter it here. So paste it and press enter. Go to the worker node 2, paste it and enter. Okay, now in all nodes we need to install and configure the container D. Okay, so one by one command we need to use. First of all, we need to update our 3 servers. Okay, and next we can install the container D. So let's update our 3 servers and install the container D along with that system. Go to the worker node 1, update and install command. I have joined it using this $&. It will take some few minutes. Okay, let's wait for that. Okay, in control plane it's already done. Now create a directory. Okay, that's named the container D. Okay, inside the etc. insert it, press enter, go to the next node, paste enter, go to the worker node 2, press enter. You can check that it's already created, ls-ld/etc and the container D, right? It's already created. Now go to the next command, which will create a config.toml file. Okay, and this should be the default configuration. Okay, just paste it here, container D config.default. So default configuration will automatically save into this file, right? That is a config.toml. okay, inside the container D. Enter. Okay, now we need to restart the container D. That means it's container D, it's already installed. systemctl restart container D, systemctl, just take the two commands along with. Okay, it will restart and will show you the status. This is showing that it is actively running. Now go to the next step, paste it, okay, restart and check the status. If it is show you that it is active and running, that means the container D is working properly. Now in Kubernetes, we need to stop the swap memory. Okay, we need to stop the swap memory, and to stop the swap memory we need to swap off all. Okay, so go to the nodes one by one and stop the swap. Okay, now if you check the free-h command, it will show you the swap is 0 byte. Okay, that means it's stopped. free-h. Okay, now if you go to the worker node 2, if you run this free-h, okay, it's still off. Okay, though I have execute this command, okay, for the safety purpose, that it's should be off in all the servers. Now on all nodes we need to install the kubeadm, kubelet and kubectl. These three requirement we have to run the Kubernetes. Okay, so just we need to install update again, and we will install it one by one. First of all, we need to install apt transport, https, curl. Okay, apt transport, https and the curl. This two package we required. So enter in node 1, paste and enter in node 2, paste and enter. Okay, you can see that it's already done. Now we will configure the key. Okay, we will configure the key package. Okay, that is the .jpg key actually, which will help us to install the package. Okay, first of all we need to install this key package, and currently we will install the 1.28, but you can change it to 1.29 because it's already changed. You can go through this kubeadm, that is latest by installing kubeadm. It is 1.29. okay, so new version is already released, so you can use the 1.29 version instead of 1.28. okay, though it's not a big issue if you install the 1.28. Later you can also update it to the 1.29. all right, so just copy this and it will help you to configure your GPG key. Now come to the control plane. Okay, one by one we need to do in every server. Paste it, press enter, paste it, press enter. Now we need to create another directory, etc apt keyrings. It will actually configure the key. Right, next. Done. Now just curl to this release key, okay, and it should be the 1.29, okay, and all right, okay, it will actually download the JPG key for 1.29 version, then we will install it. So paste it, press enter, next paste it and enter. So that's why we actually require the curl command. Now we will update our all server, so it will actually refresh the its repository after changing the key JPG keys. Okay, so it's already done. All three servers, control plane along with the 2 worker nodes. Now we will install it, kubectl, kubelet and the kubeadm 1.29, 1.29 and the 1.29. okay, copy it and paste it one by one, every servers, press enter, and the third one. Okay, now this will take again another few minutes to complete. Now in control plane we can see it's already completed and no services need to be restarted, no content need to be restarted. When the session are running, you can scroll up, and if you see that it's already completed and there is no error message, okay, so that means it's already installed completely. So now we need to hold the kubelet, kubeadm and kubectl because we need to change some configuration. Okay, so that's why we need to hold it. Okay, without holding we cannot able to configure. Later you can check from the reference website. Okay, so from here we have already hold this, and now on the control plane node only initialize the cluster and set up the kubectl access. Yeah, so we will create the network CIDR, that is the local IP for all the container. Okay, so we all know that pods don't have the IP address. Instead we have the IP address for container only. So here we need to create the network for pod network CIDR. Okay, so next enter in the control plane only. Next, it will take some time to configure. Now it's completed, and you can see here that it's give you a command to connect the worker node with this control plane. Okay, no issue. We can able to fetch this command later also. Now we have some command, we need to configure it first. So first we will create one hidden directory inside our home directory. Okay, so home directory is the /home/ubuntu. It's the user ID which we have used to log into this server. Okay, so this is my home directory, and if you can check ls-la, so here it's there is no directory called the .cube. We will create it, and we will create it, and we will configure it. Actually, we need the configuration file which already saved in the Kubernetes admin.conf. We just need to copy that file inside our home directory. Okay, so we could able to use the Kubernetes using the Ubuntu user, because using this Kubernetes using any local user, we need to configure this files. Okay, so if we use the root directory, or sorry, root user, we could run this. We could run this Kubernetes, okay, because it is the root privileged directory inside the etc Kubernetes. But as we are using this Ubuntu, so we should create this directory and the configuration file inside our home directory. All right, so now just copy this, and if you can find out this file, that it's already have the root privilege, but we need the user privilege here to run this file, right? So I'm changing the ownership of this file using this command chown. Okay, so user and the group I am changing to the user permission. So Ubuntu and Ubuntu, it is the user. Now verify the cluster, if the cluster is working or not. If you run the kubectl get nodes, it will show you the server. Let's wait for a few minutes. It might take some time. Yeah, so now it's showing the control plane. This is our control plane or the master node, which is showing that its status is not yet ready, and the roles, it is showing the control plane role, and its age is 3 minutes 19 seconds, and the version it's showing that 1.29.0. that's that we already installed. So if it is showing like this, that means we have installed perfectly. But when you should wait for a few minutes more to get the ready status for this control plane. It might take some time. Okay, in the meantime, we have some few more steps we need to complete. So let's complete this. Complete the Calico network, add on this this we required. Okay, so you can use this reference URL to run this. I've already mentioned here. Enter, create the YAML file. Okay, from YAML file you have installed this. Now next, create another one. Okay, it's created. Now run again the kubectl get nodes. It's still showing not ready. Okay, no problem. It will. I already told you that it will take some time. In the meantime, let's join this to another nodes with the control plane. Okay, so copy this kubeadm token create --print join command. This will help you to get the token that already I have showed you that after that installing it's provided. So now from here you can use this command. Okay, so copy this one. Okay, now go to your worker node, disconnect connected. This one also disconnected. Let's connect it. Alright, so just use the sudo, paste the command. Here it also same sudo and the paste command. Now it is showing that run kubectl get nodes on the control plane to see this node join the cluster. Okay, so come here and run the same command here. See, okay, the connection to the server was refused. Did you specify the right host or port? Okay, if you get this type of error, there's a troubleshoot you need to follow. That is, let me show you. Here in the control plane, there's some configuration we need to change. Let me go to this directory. Let's the config.toml. Go to the line here, that is the system DC group. We need to change this as a true here. Save it. Oops, okay, we need to use the sudo here to change this one. Come to the line here to the system DC group. Change it to the true, and now okay, it's good now. Save the file, restart for all the service here. Now let's restart it one by one, and if it is required, we need to reinstall again. Okay, so let's do it one by one. Systemctl start container D. Now check the status here. status service. Now let's check the status here. Yeah, now it's showing not ready yet. As I've already informed you that it will take some time, another few minutes, to change the status. Let's wait for that time. Let's get nodes. Yeah, now it is the, you can check that control plane is ready now. It took almost 12 minutes, okay, to come up. Now let me show you another commands here to change the role roles name actually for this worker node. Okay, you can also change here where it is showing here the none. Okay, instead of none you can change it to the name whatever you want. So let me show you here one command more, that is the kubectl or the kubectl. Change the node, that is the label node, and label node, that is the name is worker node 1. Sorry. Okay, label node 1, and here it is the worker node 1. Okay, and change the role here, node hyphen role dot kubernetes kubernetes, okay, dot io slash worker 1. Okay, now if you want to give this name whatever you want, type it here, and I have named the role. I have changed the role name here by worker 1. So I have named it the role, that is worker 1. Now change it whatever you want, that you can able to change it here. If you want to give this name w node hyphen 1, you can change it here like this. Okay, worker node 1 labeled, and if you want to change this another node, okay, w node 2, you can able to change. Now if you want to sorry, I just mistake it. If you want to delete it, you can also delete this one. Okay, that is worker 1. Okay, worker 2, I want to delete it here, so I have deleted. Now if you get if you run this one, okay, so you can find that this is the worker 1. Okay, so worker 1 I have labeled it by this w-node-1, and the name I have provided, that is the worker 1, right? And the role name I have provided this one. Okay, just need to change this here from worker node 1 to worker node 2, and if I press the enter, that it is already labeled, and in the in between you can see that worker node 1 and the worker node 2, it's already showing this is the ready in status, and the worker 2, okay, worker 2, it's running here, right? Worker 2 and worker node 1, it's already running and its status is ready. So you can able to now you can able to launch your pods, okay, using this Kubernetes cluster. Okay, so you can see here that nodes are configured successfully, and in our cluster these 3 nodes are showing perfectly, right? So thank you for watching, and please subscribe our channel, and have a great day. Bye bye.